This welder right here, I've had it for years. MIG 140. I've restored a lot of cars and trucks with it. The one thing that I don't like about it is when you go to tack, it's like to tack a panel the way we tack things in place. It's real cold, but if you hold the trigger, it gets hotter. Well, then by then it blows through. So I upgraded. So after leaving the Lincoln, I upgraded to this. It's a IGBT inverter technology. It burns, it really does good. I've been using it now for 5 years. Well, my son, he works for me full time, and he got to where he learned how to weld, and he was doing my welding for me. Well, we were doing some quarter panels on a Camaro, and I told him, I said, I'm going to order another welder, because while you're welding out the panels, if I need a welder, I've got to get you to stop, we've got to move it, blah, blah, blah. I do have a TIG welder, but just for tacking something together, it's not worth breaking it out. So I got to looking online, and I thought, well, I'll order another one of these welders, because this one has served a great purpose. But all in my feed was the Arccaptain. So I decided, you know what? I'm gonna buy an Arccaptain. What's going on, everybody? I want to give you my thoughts on this MIG 205 Pro. I've been using this thing for, I don't know, several weeks now. You can see that I've had the perimeters turned up heavy because of the square tubing work that I've been doing. We've closed this in, but we framed it 10 by 10 opening door. And then I built this stand for this Studebaker cab using it. I'm telling you, it's great. So back to the machine itself. On and off button in the back. And then you've got your side over here where your wire goes in. I really like that. When you open that up, it's got a light inside to help work on it. It's got all of your setups. I use 023 for auto body panels. Here's what I like about the machine above any other machine that I've used. You can see the parameters. That's way above what 023 is designed for. 023 is designed to work. That's what I used on this car to weld the quarter panels on. But somehow you can turn this machine up to that using 023, and it will weld and make an amazing weld without just exploding the wire. And I give you a good example. The other machine I've got is the little Everlast 140. Great machine, but if you turn it up to weld thicker stuff without changing the wire, it just explodes the wire. So I'm not so sure how this one does it, but it does it. You got your 2T and 4T. 4T is you click the button and it continuously welds until you click the button again. I don't use that function. I like to use the 2T. The spot works good. I've tried it. I prefer the 2T. Just if I'm gonna spot weld something, then I just mash it and let go of the trigger. Thickness and size, you gotta switch back. You can see that I had it set up for 023, but when you go out of the sync, you can change the parameters to whatever you want to. This one is hooked up on 110 right now, and it'll go to 23 volts, but you don't need that much. I mean, this thing has got infinite settings, it seems like. But like for the square tubing that I was using to do my framing out, I used 350 and 20 volts. And I'm telling you what, guys, gals, it burns in beautifully. One of the other features that I like about it is every time, see if it'll focus, see how the it don't have hardly no ball on the end. Most of the time, I'd say 99% of the time, unless you're welding something that is nasty dirty, it will leave a clean burn off. Here's the other thing that I like about it. That nozzle screws on instead of slips on. The Everlast, it slips on and it won't stay, it's not made to stay tight, so your tip don't stay centered. Me, I like it to stay centered. But over here you can switch between TIG, stick, MIG spool for like aluminum or silicon bronze or whatever you want to run in the spool gun, and then TIG. It also naturally it does flux core with no gas, but I just use the MIG. There's where you change your wire speed, not your wire speed, your wire size, and you can see the it sets it for what it thinks would work best for you. And I'm telling you, it really does work good. Another thing that I like about it, when you let the machine set it for you, if you want it just a little bit hotter, see how you can change, you can add, and it'll go back and it'll add the voltage. Let's take that voltage back down. All right, so let's go back to 0, showing 15.7. Let's say we know we need 16 volts. You can go up 0.3 and it'll change it to 16. I used to work for a guy that had a miller, and you can go negative with it too if your amps and stuff is good. But I used to work with a guy that had a miller, and I thought that it was the greatest thing ever because it preset for you. But it never did work. It didn't work like this one. This one, hands down, is the best that I have used. It's just, I don't know how they do it, but they do it. So anyway, if you're looking for a good welder, one that will weld whatever you put in front of it, this is it, the MIG 205 Pro. It's lightweight. It don't take up much room. It's got a really good ground. It's got a really good wire feed in, and then see how that moves around. Out here in the real world, doing what I do, it works good. You see we got this in framed up. We're just waiting for a little bit warmer day without all the wind, and we're gonna get it closed in, get some insulation in here. But anyway, I appreciate y'all watching. One other thing that I like about this machine is if you unplug it, this will plug into 220. See what I mean? And they give you that in the kit. Now, the only thing that didn't come with the kit, this thing comes with all kinds of goodies. Everything except the roller for 023 wire that I use. I was disappointed in that, but I found one place on Amazon that had one, and I bought it. It was like 12 bucks. Other than that, there has been no disappointments since then. So I have not tried it on 220. I have had no reason to try it. It does everything that I need off of 110.